Hey everybody, Leo Ness here with the Access Control Executive Brief. Excited to have 2N here today. We're talking about the company you work for without introducing the company you work for, but if you don't mind, so talk to us a little bit. I feel 2N's a brand that a lot of people do know,
Yeah,
whether it's from the residential side of the business to commercial side, but it's a brand that we have a few recognizable brands. It happens to be one of them. So can you talk a little bit about 2N itself, where they're currently at now, but even take us back a little bit, like give the founding story, if you would, and the problems you're looking to solve as a company and where they've evolved for today. And then we'll jump into the recent developments.
yeah, sure. So originally, 2M was established by three Czech guys that had an idea very much related to telecommunications. So they established 2N as a company, um, and really the solutions that 2N offered back in at that time were very much more like telecommunications. So it's like GSM termination equipment and gateways and these types of technologies for audio communication primarily. Um, but then we began to pivot towards like door entry applications. It was around about 2008 um, where we introduced the first IP intercom, so like the video door entry device. And this was back at a time when I think, well, it was the first ever. It was a world first, so nobody else was doing IP video door entry. And I think probably at the time, a lot of people had raised eyebrows and they were thinking, why is this company making IP-based video door phones in a period when nobody else was doing it? But I think they took inspiration from what was going on in the video surveillance industry, and they could see like a few years before that began this trend towards IP in video surveillance. And by no means was it prevalent at that stage in 2008, but it was like a trend that was emerging, and these guys kind of saw the opportunity there and felt like the same trend would be observed within the like video door entry technology and intercoms and building access control. So that's kind of where we started with the pivot towards like building entry and access systems, and we grew from there. From like the first sort of audio intercoms, we moved to audio video. So then it became a natural progression that we expanded our portfolio to include the things that you take the call on the other side, the answering units and so on, indoor panels. And then we introduced integrated access control in the intercom. In 2020 was a great milestone for us when we introduced the WaveKey technology to the market. There were a couple of problems affecting mobile-based access that a lot of vendors were experiencing. One was like the transaction speed, so how long it takes to authenticate when you get to the door. And two was this like balance of, let's say, security and convenience. We serve many, many different verticals, and our products have got appeal and USPs that like resonate in a whole bunch of different verticals. We got acquired by Axis in 2016. Axis
Right.
Communications. So they are like right at the cutting edge of high security video surveillance systems. And Axis also were looking to expand their portfolio into this like realm of access control. So up until that point, we probably did most business in the commercial segment in pretty much every vertical. Since the acquisition by Axis in 2016, we looked at how can we work together to optimize the way that we're spending development dollars and still manage to address like a bigger slice of the addressable market together. So what we did then, it made sense because Axis was so well entrenched in those really high security sensitive verticals like critical infrastructure and military and education, healthcare, and so on, that they would continue to focus on those markets when it comes to new developments. With 2N, we decided we'd already got products that were suitable for the residential market. Specifically, really, it was mainly single villa, like luxury single homes back then. So it made sense that we would focus a lot more on the residential segment. not just on single homes, but also look towards multifamily. So right now, as we speak today, it's mainly office and office vertical in the commercial segment, and luxury single homes and multifamily in the residential segment.